You're probably here because you are doing the college program and are wondering how to lose weight when you are a broke college kid and you live off of ramen, pizza, and chicken nuggets. Hello, my name is Chelsea and I am going to tell you how I went from a size 12 and 160 pounds to a size 8 and 135 pounds. So for starters, I do want to say that this video is not sponsored by anything that I'm going to mention, which is literally just Fitbit, but I wish it was sponsored, but it's not. I am one of the worst picky eaters out there. I don't eat vegetables, I don't eat salad, I eat nothing healthy. I eat meat, potatoes, and pasta. So I have one of the worst diets, but I don't snack regularly. I don't consistently eat like cake or cupcakes or popcorn. I do have ice cream normally, maybe like 2-3 times a week, but that's a different story. Anyway, I want to share the story of how I went from 160 pounds to 135 pounds. Now, I checked in to the college program on August 6th of 2016. This was 2 years ago. I was a merchandise cast member, so I was in Hollywood Studios, and if you guys haven't seen that video, go ahead, go click on that link down below. I take you on a tour-ish of my location. I didn't really do the video how I wanted to do it, but I ran out of time because I decided to do this video like a month before I left, and then I filmed all this stuff and I was like, shoot, that's not how I wanted to do it, but I didn't even post it until like 3 months after my program ended. Anyway, so background if you don't want to watch that video, I was merchandise in Hollywood Studios and I was theater district. So that means everything from the Great Movie Ride back to the Muppets, back to the left. So that included Indiana Jones, Frozen, Tatooine, Stage 1, and the hub area, which is where the glow cart goes for the fireworks. And my favorite shift was doing the glow cart for the fireworks. And mind you, I did pick up in different locations on the college program. I picked up locations in Disney Springs and Magic Kingdom and Epcot, and you guys can go click the link down below. I think I only did Magic Kingdom locations in my merchandise location series that I was supposed to finish, but I'm going to finish this summer. So go ahead, click that link down below so you guys can see what other stores that I worked at. Anyway, mind you, I don't like sitting behind a register, so as much as I loved Tatooine, being a professional lightsaber builder, I tried to change my shifts to either floor stock or vending because I was either consistently moving or I was on a glow cart and I was outside and I wasn't so claustrophobic by being inside. And I don't get anxiety, I don't get claustrophobic or anything like that, but just I don't like being cooped up inside, so being outside and having air and room to breathe is very nice, which is why I'm scared that I'm going to be in Magic Kingdom in the fall and I'm going to lose it because it's always super crowded. So floor stock shifts, you could either be in Tatooine in Stage 1 or the Loop, and I preferred the Loop because it was outside and I wasn't stuck in a store. So I would go from hub cart to Indiana Jones to Frozen to the other Indiana Jones to the Jedi training cart back to the hub cart to Indiana Jones, and I would just keep circling and made sure everyone had water, made sure no one needed a bathroom break, made sure everything was stocked fully, and I just kept circling and kept circling and kept circling. And when I would get hot, I would go in the stock trailer for 5 minutes and cool down with the AC and then go back out and go again. Thus I would get 20,000 steps in a day. Other shifts, the glow cart not specifically, but more so when I was a glow vendor and I would cover myself in lights. Here's a picture. I would cover myself in lights and sell lights for Jingle Bell Jingle Bam, and we also did this for New Year's Eve when we had those New Year's Eve necklaces for 2017. So that's when I would walk from the hub around Echo Lake to around Muppets, down that commissary lane, back to the hub, to the Echo Lake, to Muppets, to commissary lane, and just kept circling. And that's when I got 20,000 steps in 4 hours. And it was nuts. Also, I didn't stay in my room a lot in my apartment. I normally went out to the parks, mainly because I didn't get along with my roommates. It's not like I didn't like my roommates, we just didn't get along. Like I said, they weren't a good fit for me. We were fine living together, but I never saw them. So I tried not to be in my apartment. I tried to always go out to the parks. So I tracked everything on Fitbit, and I wore my Fitbit every day. And you can wear a Fitbit or an Apple Watch as long as it's black or white or gray, I believe. And if you have an Apple Watch, just make sure you don't have like text messages on it, or it has to be like a plain watch, and no notifications can come up on it. So as long as you have that, you can wear those two things. Those are a Disney look. Except if you're in food service or a safety critical role, then you can't wear them, but you can keep them in your pocket to track that stuff. So my average steppage amount was between 7,000 and 26,000 steps a day. Normally I averaged about 15,000, and if you guys know how Fitbit works, you can track your Fitbit to have a step goal per day, and I believe mine was 12,000, and I normally hit that. If I didn't, it's because I stayed in the apartment and I didn't do anything that day. Or I had a shift where I was like tattooing or something where I did do a lot of walking. It's just the way it works. So as far as my diet, I didn't work out at all. I ate pizza, I ate chicken nuggets, I didn't really eat ramen. I would eat Alfredo, I would cook Alfredo a lot. I cooked spaghetti, just mac and cheese, you know, stuff that was super easy to make that didn't take a lot of time. I don't know how to make anything. I'm not incompetent when it comes to cooking, but the only 3 things I know how to make right now that are like actual things that you have to cook and season are a steak, grilled chicken, buffalo chicken wraps, which are really good, and Alfredo. Other than that, I can make soup from a can. I can do mac and cheese from a box. I can heat up chicken fingers in the oven. Stuff like that I can do. But other than that, stuff just doesn't cooperate with me, and like I said before, I don't eat vegetables or anything like that. So normally I ate chicken, and I think I ate Domino's at least once a week, if not twice. Each apartment complex has a gym, so Almonds, Patterson, Chatham, and Vista all have a gym. I never went inside of them. I have no idea what they look like. I have no idea if the equipment's up to date. And you people that work out are probably sitting at me, staring at me and going, what's wrong with you? You eat this and you lost 35 pounds. How? It happened. And it's because I never worked out before. The summer previously to the college program, I worked, but I only worked about 20 hours a week, which was just on normally 2 or 3 days, maybe 20 hours a week. So I really didn't do that much. I was a banquet server, but I just kind of walked back and forth from the kitchen, and that was it. I didn't weigh myself at all in the college program either. I assumed I was losing weight because one day I looked in the mirror and my pants were like this on me. So I used the belt from costuming because I didn't have a belt, so I used that to hold my pants up for the remainder of the program. And I didn't think to get new pants. I didn't have a car to go to a store or anything like that, or the mall. I didn't have a lot of friends that had cars either, so we just I just dealt with what I had. And when January 5th rolled around, was the departure date of my program, I got sick. So about the 7th of January is when my mom took me to the immediate care down in Florida, and they weighed me, and I was 135 pounds. And I was like, wow, no wonder that my pants don't fit me. And I managed to keep the weight off in the spring when I came back home. And I also was offered a job at work, so I was promoted from being a banquet server to assistant banquet manager, which was a lot of fun. And I got to be in charge of setting the room up, but that also entailed me working long hours from 9 a.m. to 1 a.m. each weekend. So I, walked about 24,000 steps a day each day. So I shed even more weight off, and I was, at the end of summer, I was between a 4 and a 6. That was great. Still had that area in the tummy that doesn't ever go away unless you actually work out. So that failed. But everything else of me was shrunk, and it was great. Until I quit that job, and now I work at a restaurant, and I went from going full-time to part-time because of school. I didn't walk 20,000 steps a day. I'm lucky if I can hit 8,000 steps a day when I'm at the restaurant, because I manage and I'm not a server, so I'm not going consistently back and forth. And then doing school as well, the weather in Buffalo sucks in the winter. It's too cold to do anything. We didn't have a fully functional gym in our dorm room, so I'm not going from our dorm building all the way across campus to the gym. That's stupid. There was a gym in the basement of our dorm hall, but it was one treadmill, a rower, and a bike. So that worked. This is true for anyone who lives in Buffalo, at least, or a cold winter climate, that you gain weight in the winter. It just happens. So for me, going from 135, I think I was at the end of summer, I am now back up to 150 pounds, and I'm fine with that. I don't consider myself fat at all. I didn't consider myself fat when I started the program. Being 160 pounds, I definitely knew that I was over the weight that I wanted to be, but I was like, I don't want to try any new food. I don't want to eat salad or anything, so I'm just gonna deal with it and just be the way I am. And I'm not saying that I'm unhappy with my weight, because I'm not that person to be like, oh, I'm so fat, and then no, I'm perfectly fine with being a size 10 or an 8 or a 6 or whatever my pant size is that day, because different companies make different sized pants for some reason. So some of my pants are a 4 and some of my pants are a 12. It's like Disney World. Right now I have a app called MyFitnessPal, and I found this app and I'm gonna start to count calories. Again, this is not sponsored. I wish it was, but it's not. And I'm gonna start counting calories. I don't know if I'm going to continue with this, but I'm gonna try at least. Usually when I try something like this, I'm good for about a week and then I forget about it and then I stop. So we're gonna hopefully see. I would like to get down to 140 pounds before I go to the college program, just to get a little bit momentum going. Even 145 pounds. Let me lose 5 pounds in the next 2 months. That'd be great. But I am working 40 hours and each week, and it is summer, so I should, you know, not be cooped up in the house all day. So hopefully I can lose a little bit at least. We're gonna see how that goes. But if you guys have success with losing weight during the college program, leave it down below. This doesn't work for everybody, so I do want to have a disclaimer that this will not work for everybody. Some people either lose 30 pounds or some people either gain 10 pounds. It depends on what you do as a job. So if you sit all day as a vacation planner, you're obviously not going to get that exercise that people in attractions or custodial or merchandise get. And then it depends on what you do on your off days. If you sit in your apartment and you don't get the exercise that people do on their off days, like go to the parks and walk the entire park, you're not going to get that exercise and you're not going to have the same results as someone else. So it does have a little bit of effect on that. Food probably does help. I'm sure if I ate vegetables and everything that I would have slimmed down a lot quicker, but we'll see what happens. Maybe one of my lovely roommates or one of my lovely new friends can encourage me to try new food, because my 3 worst fears are bees, my old boss, and if you guys know who that is, you guys will totally understand, and try new food. Those are my 3 worst fears. If this video gives you a little bit of encouragement or helps in any way, shape, or form, please let me know. And if you guys have any success or fails about losing weight or gaining weight on the college program, please comment them down below. I love to hear stories. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and I will see you guys next Tuesday with advice from a college graduate. Yay! Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!